Hello, welcome back to my channel, Healing with Kearra. This morning we're going to be doing a love reading. So I'm going to start with just getting the other person's energy and then the viewer's energy, and just like reading into that. And then if that resonates, then this is the video for you. You can keep watching. I'll look into the connecting energy, their energy towards you, the viewer's energy towards them. Sometimes I look at past, present, and future to give more context, and then I'll do like a deeper look into the other person's energy. So it's like the other person, where they're at, what they're doing, their energy towards you, their thoughts, their feelings. So yeah, this is like a typical love reading for me. So oh yeah, and we're using the Moon Power Tarot. The Sick and Sad Girl shop on Etsy. Every like deck I use will always be in the description box. Okay. So we have the Queen of Cups, the bottom of the deck. Ooh, the other person, we have Death. So yeah, it's okay. So this other person is going through a major change, a major transformation in their life. Let's get a clarifier card to see like so it's like I'm getting like walking away from something. With this over here, the sun in the background here, it's like there's an intention here. It's like walking away from something, allowing something to end or come to an end here in order to like walk towards something else. Like there's hope that it's like going in this direction will like bring them into like a new territory, or just like a new they're like willing to leave behind one environment and go into another one because there's hope that there'll be like something very positive or optimistic waiting for them on the other side of this like journey, voyage, transformation here. Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the third party. So this is like the Three of Pentacles here in my personal deck. So it's like unfair advantage, too many people involved in the situation. So so the situation that they're like walking away from, there's like a spiritual battle here. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. So, oh, with ego here. So it's like um, they could be having like an ego death here. And so they're just like choosing to mature and like move into a better positive direction for themselves. But I'm seeing that there's like, um, with the spiritual battle, it's like, okay, and then the third party, it's like something else, like another situation that they're actually leaving and like leaving behind here. And so there's like a mourning, there's like a lot of people who are kind of like confused and not understanding, but there's like one specific situation. And so then in order to get out of this situation, it's like they actually have to make some sort of trip or travel or to like go into another. They feel hopeful that there'll be like something else more positive waiting for them. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is like Earth, Mother. Right away, I saw Boss. Um, so yeah, they could be. So this could be like a work related thing. They're leaving like one job behind to go to another one. Because they found out there was some sort of like there was some sort of unfair like situation they were dealing with here, or some sort of like unfair third party involved in whatever they were in. So um for a long time they were just like in the spiritual battle and just like kind of dealing with it. And then um yeah, there's something about like a third party. They discovered some sort of something, and so they chose to like remove themselves from the situation they were in, and actually like with the horse, it's like go on a trip or a journey here to like travel out of one situation to go into another. So with the like sun here between the pillars, they feel like making this move or like going in this other direction. Even though it's like a huge shift or a huge change, it's like a lot of people have to make a lot of adjustments to it. They feel like this is going to be like really fruitful, or this is going to be more prosperous, like with the sun. um yeah, they feel like going out on their own or like going out on a new path here is going to lead them to like more success, or um they'll be able to like take care of themselves, like they're really confident that so yeah, maybe there's like another opportunity, like another work opportunity that they're moving to, where they'll actually get to like be a boss and they don't have to compete with this other person anymore. Or if it's like a relationship thing, then they like realize that this other person was like treating them really fair and like putting them in all of these weird um like unfair conflicts, or like being withholding because they were like giving to another person, or they realized there was just like some weird energy that they were like going through there. So they're choosing to uh, walk into another direction and go towards another situation that they feel is going to be like a lot more stable and like more prosperous, give back to them more. Just like a more fair, like give and take. It's like moving towards someone that can take care of themselves better, or moving in a direction where they can take care of themselves better, like with the boss. Like, yeah, it's like moving out of like having to compete um, with others, or like be involved in these weird like competitive ego battles, like with other people, and moving into like just like a more secure position. um so yeah, maybe it is like leveling up, or like leaving one situation to go into another where you're going to be like more of a boss, more in charge, the manager, um getting hired to like, yeah, there's just like a more prosperous opportunity on the horizon. So it's like worth it to go through this ending, or to walk away from something else here that was like triggering their ego and like making them feel like they had to compete for certain things, or like they had like some sort of unfair advantage. So they had to like prove themselves in some way. It's like they're walking away from that because they see like a better opportunity. They see like an opportunity where their value will be seen. So it could be like another relationship where that person's going to see their value just as much, right? Or like another job opportunity where they'll be like valued more. And like someone's going to like just give to them more, or like they'll, okay, so like they see it as like an opportunity to like be more stable, like make more money on a more consistent basis. Like it's more reliable, it's more dependable, it's easier to take care of yourself. You don't have to um like compete with others as much, or um there's like less ego in it, and it's like more dependable in some way. Like, so yeah, they could be like making a huge career shift, or um changing location so that it will work out better for them financially than like moving out of like a competitive area. um so yeah, there's a lot going on with them. And then, okay, so we have these with the viewer, we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So I'm also going to clarify that. Okay, so totally. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Swords, head over heart, too smart. um I also put like all knowing and all seeing on there. So it's like, right, like being really, really wise, um, having a lot of like foresight, seeing things really clearly, like having a lot of perspective on the situation. And then we have my Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, prosperity, open doors. Um, so maybe with the viewer, like in the past, with this card, I always see it's like wearing your emotions, or like wearing the like nostalgia you have for the past, or like if it's like in ways where you haven't really let go of the past, it's like wearing it on your face, like wearing your heart on your sleeve, type of an energy. And so with it in the reverse, it's like maybe in the past you were kind of like struggling to like let go of something, or struggling to have a certain type of perspective on something, and now you've come out of this and you kind of like shifted this energy here. It's like you've come on top of something and you want to like move forward and open like a new door here, move into a new opportunity, move into like your next thing. um, you don't want to like sit around thinking about the past anymore, or like dwelling on the past anymore, ruminating on that, like making that like a huge part of like your energy that you're radiating. You want to like move on, move on to the next opportunity. Is like you finally gained that mental clarity, or that mental perspective to see things in the past for what they are. So then you want to like open a new door. You see that like you could be really happy like moving on into a new situation. It's like with the little rainbow that I drew on there, it's like you see um, like hope for the future, and like opportunity that things could go better the next time. So it's like you're willing to like open a new door because now you kind of let go of the past. So you're willing to, yeah, like if in the past something didn't work out, it's like you have this optimism now that it's not going to go that way again, right? Like, because like what I'm hearing with the rainbow is like, right when God flooded the earth, then the rainbow came as a sign of a symbol that God would never destroy the earth in the same way again. And so anytime we see a rainbow, it's like a reminder. It always comes after the rain, but it's a reminder that like um, the earth isn't going to be like flooded and destroyed again. So it's like we do go through like rain, we do go through troubles and um, things like that in our life. But the next time the rain comes, it's not necessarily the flood again, right? And so it's like we can get through it, and we can get through like troubling times, or like turbulent things going on around us in our relationships, and it's still um, like worth it, right? It's not going to turn out the same way that it did in the past, like when things got like totally destroyed and um, broken down. And so, um, yeah, there was like this huge nostalgia of like hanging on to like how things went in the past. And so then now there's this like optimism that um, the same thing won't fall apart the same way twice, or like if you choose to like take a new opportunity, that it could work out for you this time and you could be like really really happy, or things could go well, even if there is like some rockiness or some things you have to deal with. It's like um that doesn't mean it's just gonna like totally fall apart and like end in ruin and just like leave you feeling like, oh my gosh, and like stuck and stuff. It's like you're finally able to get this like mental clarity here and like um gain perspective over whatever happened in the past. So now you feel confident that um it's like you're going to be smarter this time, you're going to be more aware, like you have more mental tools to help you navigate situations, so it doesn't just have to end in like total ruin and chaos and be like super traumatizing like it was in the past. um yeah, so if that resonates with you, if that's what you're going with, or if that's what you feel like you're kind of going through right now. Okay, connecting energy. Their energy towards you. Okay, so yeah, the connecting energy, we have the Empress and the Eight of Swords. So, yeah, there could have been just a huge, huge hesitancy here. Like, okay, because of whatever happened in the past, like you felt so traumatized and so stuck here. And so there was this huge hesitancy to like want to move forward. It's like we also have the Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So it's like literally just feeling like, okay, it's like feeling like stuck and feeling like you just have to like power through your circumstances and like put on a brave face. And like there's no way out, like you can't like ask for help or do anything differently here. It's like you just have to like persevere through, like no matter how overwhelming this is. um yeah, like those really old advice that people would give their children, like just put on some lipstick and like put on a brave face, you know, like don't let anyone know that it's like getting to you here. um so that could have been like what was keeping you stuck in this energy for a long time, or keeping you stuck in this like um feeling like you couldn't move forward or move on, or like try to open a new door here, go for like a new opportunity, because you were so scared that this would like manifest all over again, is because you were like keeping yourself really stuck here in this energy and not allowing yourself to like actually it's like when sometimes when we just put on a brave face like that and we just like power through, we're not actually allowing ourselves to like work through the emotions, and so we're not actually freeing ourselves from these like really overwhelming, like debilitating things that we go through. So sometimes it's important to like um, allow yourself to like feel it and go through it in order to actually be able to let go and move on, and like move on to the next thing and get that like perspective mentally. Sometimes we have to like physically feel it. So their energy towards you, we have the King of Swords and the Magician. And then your energy towards them, we have the Page of Swords. So, I feel like you have a lot you want to say to them, or like a lot you want to communicate, and you just like it looks like she's like pulling the sword out of her throat here. So before you were like kind of hung up or caught up in this act you were trying to put on of like wearing a brave face, or like that you can just totally handle it. And so it's like you're kind of putting on like a presentation or like an act or kind of wearing a mask here. And so now you're like pulling the sword out of your throat, or you're like putting like your tricks to the side, or like with this here in the reverse, it's like taking off the mask and just like choosing to open up and be vulnerable here. um, Whereas like you've just kind of been in this energy of feeling stuck and feeling like you can't really open up and be vulnerable. And yeah, but it's like pulling the sword out of the throat. I'm just getting this like it's like being ready to like relax and be yourself, and be honest and upfront about like whatever you were trying to like hold back, or there was like this block energy, like you'd put up this like block from being able to like feel or process like certain emotions, and so then it was just keeping you in this like stuck energy. um yeah, I'm gonna get one clarifier for their energy towards you. So I'm kind of getting like maybe part of the reason why you feel like you can like open up and be more vulnerable to them and show them that more feminine side to you, that you were kind of like masking, is because it's like they were able to like handle your games, or like whatever you were doing here, like whatever show you were trying to put on. It's like they saw through it, like they were able to see through your games and almost like give it right back to you. And so you're kind it's like helping you to kind of like free yourself. It's like they see through you, they saw through your games, like they saw through the mask. um you couldn't fool them, right? Like you can't play with the player, right? So it was like um they saw through the like show that you were trying to put on, and they like gave it back to you. And so then it made you realize like, wow, okay, this person's like actually on my level here. Like I'm not going to be able to just like put on a show, or like um present something to them. Like I'm going to have to be like real and upfront, and like all of this stuff I've been like avoiding or hiding, like being upfront and like genuine, and like yeah, just like all of those parts of yourself that you've just been like hiding, and not really letting anyone in. You realize like, oh, I'm gonna have to be like totally straight up here. Like I'm gonna have to let go of like a lot of this stuff I was hanging on to, and just like actually um like be myself here. um because yeah, they can like see through the mask or the game, or it's like if you try to play these games, then they're just going to put on a better show just to like show you like, okay, you can't fool me, like I know all these tricks. um I learned from like an even better teacher than you. And so it's, yeah, it's like you met your match here, so it's like forcing you to kind of like face yourself. So there's this energy of like pulling the knife out of your throat, because it's just like, okay, well, like um so maybe that also helped you kind of like get clarity and like see yourself to where you're like, okay, like um maybe things could be different here. Like maybe, yeah, things could go like a different way here. But then they're having to like leave some situation behind here. Like they're also going through something in their life where they're like having to walk away from something because they see there's like a lot of potential here. But maybe in the past, they were hesitant to fully do this and to fully make this transformation and to fully walk away from this other thing because um yeah, they could see that you were like not being fully straight up with them or not being fully upfront with them, or that you had some sort of like thing that you were playing here, some sort of game that you were playing possibly unconsciously just because of something from your past. Like there was something from your past that you weren't willing to like let go of, or that you were hung up on, or that you were like not allowing yourself to like actually go through and like process here. And so there was some sort of like front that you were putting up and this person could maybe sense, and so they were like hesitant to fully like walk away from this other situation. But then it's like they simultaneously had something come up, like they realized something in their own life pertaining to that situation, and like the third party with like the spiritual battle that I was picking up on, and so they chose they feel like this is going to be like a better direction for them, or like a more stable direction. They're willing to like go through this process within themselves and like make this transformation to like go on a journey to put themselves in a certain position here. And so yeah, that could be why like you're also then just like finally choosing to like let go of the past here, or like see something in the past for what it was, not let it like affect the way you're showing up right now. um it's like letting go of like all of the things that were like holding you back here, because of past experiences, like the parts of you that you just weren't really willing to truly open up and like be vulnerable and show people the more like nurturing, divine, feminine like side to you. You had this like front up kind of with all these books here. It's like hiding behind like all of this knowledge and like it's like, oh, look at all this stuff I know, let's talk about this, let's talk about this, like diving into all of these like interesting subjects and like study matters and like things that kind of just like isolating yourself and like focusing on all this stuff. And not actually like dealing like not actually like talking about or dealing with like certain uncomfortable things, right? Like not actually wanting to be vulnerable. It's like not being fully straight up here. Just like keeping people distracted with like all this stuff that you know, or it's just like things that you are more like comfortable talking about here, but it's like now you're wanting to like let go of the past and be like more vulnerable and seen here, or you're realizing that you're going to need to do that in order to like show up in the relationship or come together in some way. Okay, yeah. So we have unfairness with the scales out of balance here. So it's the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So, and then we have fire, center, beauty and anger, and boundaries. This is my Queen of Wands energy. So this person, totally. So yeah, they saw through your games and they felt like, okay, this isn't fair, right? Like they kind of put up with the so literally with the boundaries. They were like, okay, if you can't show up for me like honestly, truthfully, authentically, like if you can't come forward in a and like meet me halfway here, then that's not fair. Like it's not worth it for me, right? Um so yeah, they saw through like what you were doing and like called you out, right? Like they put up boundaries here. um like with the beauty and anger, it's like being very, very, like Queen of Wands, it's like being very, very fierce and like knowing your worth, but also being a really beautiful, gentle person. Like people who are very, very passionate, it's like we're very, very loving, but then it's also very, very fierce and quick to like put someone in their place and set a boundary and be like, okay, but you're also not going to play games with me. You're also not going to, so it's like they went about it in a way that was like very, very loving, but healthy for themselves, right? Because it's like they had to make a lot of like really huge changes here in order to come through this. So they're like, I'm not going to go through this process if you're not going to like be fully vulnerable or like fully show me like all of yourself or like fully show up for me, or you're not going to like fully jump in, right? Or like fully take this opportunity with me. um Oof. Well, actually, let's just take that. Okay. Okay. So for the present energy, so another thing I'm picking up now with a little more context is this situation that this person is walking away from could be you. Because they could see that, like, okay, they could feel like the reason why you're doing this is because you're like putting them in a third party because you're so stuck on the past here that you're not fully willing to like be honest and upfront with them. So it's like you're playing just like games with them here. Like, there's just things that are limiting you. And so, yeah, they feel like they have to like compete here, or like, okay, so it's like they feel like they have to compete with your past. Like they're in like a spiritual battle between you right now and like you in the relationship you were in the past. And it's like it like really triggers their ego and doesn't make them feel good. So they feel like they have to like walk away from this and move towards something better on the horizon here, because it's like they have to set these hard boundaries because they can see that like you're kind of like playing these games here and not really showing up. So that's one thing. That could be one scenario that resonates. Um, but also, um, another scenario could be that like, okay, so they were walking away from one thing and moving in a like a more positive direction, and you were like an option that they were considering as far as a another positive direction to go into. um but they felt like you were still stuck on the past, or like you were playing these games with them and like not fully able to show up, and so then they felt like it wasn't fair, or things weren't right, and so they chose to kind of like go in another direction here and just go in like an independent direction. Like because the Nine of Pentacles is just like a really independent, yeah, just like a self-sufficient, and I saw like the boss here, so it's like they could just be choosing like a work opportunity or like moving towards like financial opportunity, um instead of like continuing to like compete in this and like put their energy in this, and just be like drained here. um So yeah, this could have been a direction they like moving into this with you could have been a direction that they were going in, but then they feel like you're just not able to like fully open up here, or fully be vulnerable, or fully show your show them that part of yourself that they need to see in order to know that um like you're genuine, or like you are like all in here. And so they're just choosing to go like in their own direction totally, and like focus on themselves and their money, and like maybe start their own business, or yeah, like take a different job that's somewhere else. It's going to like lead them going in a different direction. um just like focus on themselves and how they're going to like provide here moving forward. Because I feel like something just like wasn't fair, or something wasn't right. So yeah, they could have been involved in a prior situation where they saw there was some sort of a third party, or there was something going on, and so then they considered moving towards you. But then they're like, okay, well, she's still stuck on the past, like she's not fully like being herself here, like showing up like genuinely or authentically in some way. And so I just need to like go in a totally different direction, just like focus on myself. Or you guys could have been in the relationship in the past, and then they discovered some sort of third party situation, or they feel as though like because you're still hanging on to the past, you were like putting them in a third party, or like I said, they were like competing with your past in some way. Because like yeah, with the past energy we have the Three of Swords. So definitely in the past, in some way, whatever scenario it is, it's like they felt as though they were like competing with someone else in some way, whether it was like actually someone else or just like your past, like I said, and they just felt like it was like a losing battle. It was just like really, really draining their energy here. um so right now we have the Knight of Pentacles, and with the way the sword is like revolving around there, um I'm getting like it's like cutting things out, like everything's kind of coming to a head right now, and so everything's getting like cleaned up and kind of like cut out. It's like there's a lot of like upheaval, and like everything's kind of like shifting around and transferring um right now. Like the Knight of Pentacles can be like a really slow moving energy, but just with the way that the sword is all wielding, it's like I'm getting it's like maybe it was like this slow moving thing, or this slow progress like build up, and then it's like now it's like all um it's all hitting the fan, if you will. Like it's all coming out now, right? Everything's like kind of happening at once. It's like having to deal with everything that's been building up slowly over time all at once. It's just like this huge one foul swoop of like having to cut all this stuff out and like make all of these big changes. And um, I'm almost getting it feels kind of like a tower moment, right? Because it's just like very chaotic. Something just like, okay, now we're dealing with this here. So in the future, we have the Ten of Wands. So that's like that energy I was talking about before, of like feeling like you just have to like put on a brave face, right? And you just kind of have to like get through something even though you're like really, really overwhelmed. So this could just be like um really, really triggering or shocking, or just like yeah, it just like really like puts you in like upheaval, or like puts you in your feelings into where it's like you're just trying to like keep yourself together, or keep yourself like put together, and like kind of like wear a brave face here. um because we have defeat. This is like the Five of Swords, like cleaning up after a battle. It's like cleaning up after losing. And so it's like physically cleaning up after a battle, but also like cleaning up your ego um, after something doesn't work out. And then we have rest and recovery, Sleeping Beauty, the Four of Swords. So, yeah, it's like resting after being tested or going through this like really, really difficult situation. So, yeah, there's this period of like licking your wounds, or just kind of like taking shelter here. just trying to like recover and like get through it, or like put on a brave face. Um Not let yourself be like too emotionally overwhelmed here. It's like continuing to power through and like get through like all of the tasks that you have to do, like regardless of however you feel on the inside. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands. So I'm getting just like it's like just figuring out a way to be okay and to like get through it, kind of like figuring out how to um be content just like hanging out by yourself in your own energy. It's like gathering that inner strength. Okay, so real quick, we're just gonna look at more of the other person here. Okay, so that's your person, where they're at, what they're doing, their energy towards you, their thoughts, and their feelings. So we have the Emperor. Ooh, and we have the Devil right underneath that. So sometimes, right when I looked at this Emperor card, I was right away picking up how like sometimes the Emperor can be like really cold and detached. I feel like they have to come off as this like authority figure. Um, Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands for where they're at. So what I'm getting from this is they're being really defensive here, and they're not really wanting to like look at things too closely. They're trying to like rely on their intuition, or they're trying to rely on what they already know, or what they've already seen, or um, they're trying to be like led by something outside of themselves here and not really look at something for themselves. Um, so they're just in this like defensive energy here. It's like trying to be guided and not like trusting like their own feelings. Yeah. So with what they're doing, we have the King of Wands, and he's like literally holding this stick with the eye here. So it's like being led. It's like trying to follow like guidance from their intuition. It's like a mix of like their intuition and like the signs that are around them or outside of them, or like whatever their spiritual beliefs are. They're like trying to and then like with the moon phase here, it's like some sort of like a timing thing. Like they're trying to be like in sync here. um Yeah, so this person has um like a diamond here, and then they're like lighting up this little bird. It's like a little messenger bird. That's what I always think when I see it. So this person feels like they have like a really special gift here. They have something like really special to offer that they really want to hang on to, and they're trying to like communicate with the divine, communicate with like God, spirit, whatever they believe in order to figure out like the best way to go. They're like really trying to protect like what they have that's like valuable to them, or what they feel like they have that's like valuable to offer. Um, and trying to like communicate with the divine about like how they should proceed forward. Like they're just trying to be like really, really led here. Um, and they're trying to like communicate with the divine, or communicate with spirit in some way, in order to be like their personal messenger and like guide them and tell them like exactly where they should go, and exactly what they should invest the things that they have to offer into, exactly like what's worth it for them. It's like they're trusting on like something higher than them, or like the divine, or like um, their relationship with God, to like see the things they can't see around them in their life, and like lead them in the right direction, right? I'm getting like see people's intentions, like see the things that they're saying, or hear the things that they're saying about you when they're not around. They're like trusting on the divine to like see those things, hear those things, know people's intentions, see like through things, and like kind of help guide them and like shelter them or lead them in certain types of directions. So um they're trusting that like if they share their heart with like spirit here, that like spirit will help guide them and like tell them which direction to go in, and like what the best way for them to like invest themselves and what they have to offer, what they've been carrying. So yeah, they feel like they should really protect themselves here, like kind of like defend like their intuition. um they want to be like in line in order for spirit to be able to like work in their lives and help them receive. And so they're like relying on these like outside eyes to see things that they can't see, and like have more perspective in the situation than they can have, hear the things that people are saying behind closed doors, and like really see through people to know their like true intentions, and then trusting spirit to like guide them in the right direction of like guide them in the direction where their intentions will match the other person's intentions, right? So they're like trusting in the divine to like connect them in the right situation. So maybe like how they were showing up as the death before, like that's why they feel very confident to like leave one situation and go into another direction, or why they saw so much hope and optimism for prosperity in another direction, is because they're really, really trusting in the divine here to like um, take care of them. And so even like with you, maybe that's why they're just like confidently kind of like walking away from you, because they saw like, okay, she's not ready, or they saw something within you that like triggered their like trust issues and their insecurity. So they're choosing to just like walk away, and they're trusting that like if it's meant to be, then like the divine will like see your intentions and see your heart, and see things in a way that they can't, right? And like help guide them, or like lead them back to um, being able to offer this to you. Like they feel like if you're the one that's like the most genuine, or like the one that like deserves it, then like the divine will see your heart, and see like their heart, and like help communicate with them to guide you to being able to like offer this to you. But they don't want to trust in like their own, right? Like they don't want to look at the situation for themselves and be like, oh yeah, it looks like it does look like they're like ending things with that situation, or closing out of that situation, and like being done with that, and choosing to um move forward. Like, like they don't want to like trust in their own like insight on it, right? Like they don't want to like trust in their own, like they feel like their emotions could like sway them to like see the situation one way or another, and so they have to be like kind of like have their guard up and just trust in the divine to like see things, and like it's like this all knowing, all seeing, like seeing through everyone's intentions, and knowing like, you know, truly knowing the heart of like the individuals, and like knowing exactly which heart deserves um, these like rare special things that they have to offer, that they have to give to others. Hope I did a good job of explaining that. Yeah, so yeah, their energy towards you. We have the Eight of Swords and then the Two of Swords. So yeah, they don't want to like, okay, like I said before, they don't want to trust the way, like they don't want to just look at the situation and like see it for themselves and just make a decision based off their own feelings and their own understanding of what they see you doing. Like they feel like God or the divine or spirit or whatever they believe in will like have a better perspective to be able to see the full picture and really see your heart, your intentions, where you're truly at. um if you're like truly ready for this, right? And so they're trying to just communicate with spirit and like really be led by spirit to like help them see the things they can't see, and um just like guide them and provide for them here. And so they're just choosing to not look at this themselves. They're choosing to just like not take action, um not have any sort of like strong feelings or opinions, like just kind of yeah, just like put their guard up, exactly like I said, just like I feel like they have to like put their guard up towards the situation and just like let trust in spirit to like take care of it. It's like if they don't want to like make the judgment themselves, they're just trying to say like, okay, if this other person is really genuine, if they really care about me, if their heart is really in the right place, they really have true intentions, then spirit will see that, the divine will see that, they know my heart, and they'll give me the signs that I need to follow in order to help lead me back to that person, right? So like they don't want to like just make the choice on their own. um So yeah, their thoughts towards you, we have the World. So they feel like, yeah, once you fully end this cycle for yourself and you're like fully ready to receive something new in your life here and to like start over, then they'll just be kind of like divinely led in that direction, if that's like what's meant to be or that's what they're meant to do here. But it's like once you're ready to fully like put it into like past cycles in your life, and your energy is like ready and receptive to be like excited, um for like something new here. It's like a new start. So their feelings, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, that's a very like independent card. It's like this like taking care of yourself. It's like this single, um working for yourself, providing for yourself, like this like financial stability here. There are like these two little twins on this card, but traditionally like the Nine of Pentacles is just like this independent, mature person who can like get it on their own and like provide for themselves, work for themselves, give themselves what they want. um, so I'm getting two things, like they feel as though they need to just kind of like go out on their own and like do things on their own for right now. And then they also feel like you need to learn how to do this as well. Like you need to learn how to maybe like be on your own or be more self-reliant here or something in order to like fully end some sort of cycle in the past. And so um And yeah, maybe they're being kind of harsh with that. Like, so we have like the emperor and the devil. So like they could be just like being very, very like strict towards like what they'll accept like with you here. So it's like um they need to see that like you're this like independent person here in order to feel comfortable sharing with you or something. Let's get a clarifier for that because okay, yeah. Wow. Okay, so we have needing more information. This is like the my Ace of Swords in reverse. And then we have the same boss, CEO, Earth Mother. Um so yeah, like they literally feel like you need to like be more independent and be able to like take care of yourself more. So they feel like you need to like learn more or like get to another like a different place in your life in order to be able to handle the opportunity. Like, okay, so it's like if you haven't like reached a certain place within yourself, then it's like you won't know how to handle certain opportunities that come to you. Or like, because then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is just like missing out. So yeah, it's like you won't know how to if you haven't gained that like emotional independence or like detached from um like feeling like you need other people in your past, then they feel like you're just gonna like fumble the bag or like miss an opportunity here, like not be able to handle something. It's like sometimes getting an opportunity or like getting a financial opportunity or like getting an opportunity in a relationship. It's like if you don't quite know how to go about it, then you can kind of like squander it in a way. Like sometimes when you get too much money and you don't have enough life experience to know how to handle it, then you can end up being really fiscally irresponsible and like losing it all. So it's like a missed opportunity because you like weren't ready for it. So they feel like it just in some there's some way here where like they just feel like you're not quite ready. Like you need more information as far as like you need more perspective on like your past and like your past dependency. Because the reverse for this card is like being like really codependent. So that yeah, this card is for especially in my deck, it's like all about just being really independent and like being able to take care of yourself. So they feel like you need more like um perspective over like your past or something here in order to be able to do that, like in order to be able to like have a healthy relationship, like a healthy stable relationship. Because yeah, it's like they don't want that codependency where like you feel like you need each other, and so they see something in you where you're like stuck on your past or you feel like you still need something from your past, and so it's like they need you to like get to a place where you have more perspective over that or like you have more understanding that like you don't actually need whatever that is from the past that you feel like you still need. And so then like once you get that and like once you gain that clarity, then you'll be able to be more like healthy in a relationship or show up in a relationship to where it's like I don't need them because I can take care of myself. I just, really, really like having them in my life. Or they feel like if you guys were to like go about things on this like codependent foot, start things off on like this codependent note, then it would cause you guys to like miss out on being able to be together. Like it just like wouldn't work out like the opportunity, you just kind of like fumble the bag. um so it's like they need to like, yeah, they feel like there's like nothing they can do right now, or like they don't want to look at the situation for themselves. They just want to trust spirit to like guide them back to it at the right time if that's meant to be, because they feel like you need more time to like gain perspective in your own life and just understanding over like yeah, it worries them to like be in a codependent relationship. Like they feel like that's just setting it up to fail. But then they see something in you. There's something about you. I was seeing that earlier in the reading too. There's something about you that like triggers them. So they saw something in you where you're very like um they just see this like very nostalgic energy to where like you feel like you need something from your past, or um you don't feel like necessarily okay without something that you needed in your past, or so it's like from their perception, the way they're seeing it is like you're not really able to like let go, or like you don't believe that like you can take care of yourself on your own, and so then they don't want to be like um someone that you get with because you like need them, right? And then you're just transferring that like codependency like onto them. um so yeah, that could be like why you had that like 8 of Swords energy before too, is because it's like you feel like kind of like stuck, or like you can't move forward in some ways, or like there's certain things you can't do, like your perspective is like limited like on yourself, and so then um their energy in return towards you, like they're having those exact same like hesitancies, and like they're like, okay, she's gonna need to like go through this on her own, and like figure this out for herself, how to kind of like grow past this, so that they don't like self-sabotage like good opportunities that come their way, or like prevent themselves from being able to move forward. But yeah, sometimes it takes like really just like gaining a perspective over the past to like see it for what it was, and realize like, okay, I don't actually need that. I don't need that anymore. I don't need to hang on to that. That wasn't necessarily what I'm fantasizing it out to be in my head. So yeah, they feel like there's something that like you're missing here. They're like seeing something um, within you that's just like triggering a fear that they have about being in relationships in general. So they're like, nope, okay. Um, Spirit, like, tell me what to do here. So we're gonna use the Truth Within Oracle. The Truth Within Oracle. I'm sorry, y'all. Just randomly get hiccups all the time. Oof. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have I need time and space to heal. So yeah, they need that, but they also feel like you need that too. Our conversations have left a lasting effect, and I can't get them off my mind. Realizing how much I messed this up has left me crushed. So yeah, they're also aware that they've like made mistakes or like they did things wrong in the past here too. And so um that could be part of it. Like they still feel like you're hung up on the past or like something that happened with you guys in the past. And so it's like you're not fully ready to like let that go and like show up here and like start something new or like start a new cycle with them. You're in my mind's eye everywhere I go. So yeah, I'm just seeing like this eye. Like that's what they're doing is just like being led, being guided intuitively. And I'm also seeing like the eye clip, hair clip eye. So yeah, I am feeling a bit detached and I am not available right now. Totally. So let's get one. This is the key oracle. Okay, so we have awakening, expansion. You have been receiving messages that it's time for your soul to expand beyond the 3D vision. You are an old soul that is here to do many great things. You have come to realize this through doing the hard work and merging with your higher self. There's no going back, so enjoy this new way of being by having acceptance and inner peace and moving forward. That's the bottom of the deck. Love redefined, romance. Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance, but this time on a different vibration. Having a newfound love for yourself has created opportunity for a new chapter with possibilities to cultivate healthy relationships. So, yeah, totally. Like, whenever we have self love, it totally, totally changes the way that we show up in our relationships. So, yeah, I feel like that's kind of what they're doing here with this is like they're trying to like gain that sense of like self love here. Um, and then, yeah, they also feel like with the needing more information, it's like, um, yeah, they could feel like you're also on that same journey as them. It's like figuring out how to like, yeah, like love yourself and have certain boundaries and um, yeah, just try to go about having relationships in like a little bit of a healthier way here and like leaving the past cycles behind. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much if you watched this far into the reading. If this resonated with you, you can click the link in my description to get a personal reading. And I hope you have a great day.